Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Richard here, and it is great to see everyone. Something a little bit different today. I want to talk about the sky replacement tool in Photoshop. Now there's been a lot of let's call them discussions on social media about the use of it and whether it is cheating, and I just want to give my my thoughts on it. Now, I'm a firm believer that, as most people are, in honesty. And my biggest gripe with this is people faking a sky and making it their own, i.e. pretending that they took it, pretending that that was the sky that was there at the time. Now, with all the best will in the world, if you plan a trip somewhere, you cannot control the weather, you cannot control the sky, and you just have to roll with it. You just have to make the best of the situation and the environment that God has given you. And I think to add a fake sky, and it's been going on for years, but it's obviously really easy to do now, and more people are doing it, and I just think that if you get given what you get given in front of you is what you should photograph. Now, by all means, change the sky. I've seen some. There's been amazing composite photography images that I've seen, and if you want to put a picture out of an elephant standing on a jumbo jet, juggling chainsaws, wearing a top hat, fine. Obviously, that is a composite. But to put a picture together that is a composite and to claim that it isn't is not something that I will do. Now, I will not use the sky replacement tool, and even if I did, okay, and I'm not going to say that I won't use it, because never say never, but even if I did use it, I think, well, I know I will be honest, because that's what I want to do. I'm a photographer, and I'm proud of the photos that I take using what is in front of me at the time. Very rarely do I over edit, very rarely do I add things to photos. Obviously I use Lightroom a lot. I occasionally use Photoshop if there's something to clone out, a dustbin or something, or a person, which kind of goes against what I just said about shooting what's in front of you, but it's still using what's there. You know, the person is a one-off object that's there and came into the picture, and is not part of the scene that I'm trying to shoot. To add a sky in and say, yeah, this sky was there at the time, was and pretending that sky was there at the time is I think not me. So if I ever did replace something like that, I'd use a hashtag, sky replacement, or fake sky, or digitally enhanced sky, or sky was on the day and I'm only going to be here once in my lifetime and I want to make this photo as best I can, but even if I do have to use someone else's photo to do that, something like that, to let people know that that is what I've done. Now, the reason that I'm doing this video now is yesterday I was 5 minutes away from picking my little boy up from school, and I came across a website that people can showcase their photos and people can vote on it, and they big up them and 5 stars, 10 stars, whatever, give them points, score them, things like that. And there was a sky on a shot that just didn't look right. The colours didn't reflect on the water, the rocks didn't appear to reflect the beautiful sky that was in this picture. And the person that put it up had some comments there, and one of the comments was, nice picture, we're seeing that sunset a lot these days. So obviously I'm not the only one that's seeing this. And the guy, the photographer, replied saying thank you. That was it, box standard reply. Whether or not he realised it had been done, not done, but whether or not he knew that other people knew that wasn't the sky. And it is the sky, because I've gone into Photoshop and I found the sky that he used. Now there's a couple of things you could do to make this a little, or for me to make this a little bit less what's the word I'm looking for? Sneaky? Use your own sky. You know, you can quite easily take one of the photos and take a photo that hasn't got a great sky, but find one of your own photos that did have a great sky and put that in. That's something you could do. This is an example of that. We had some great holidays recently. We've been to Canada, we've been to America, west coast of America. These were a couple of years ago now. And on a couple of occasions we went to these fantastic locations, but the weather wasn't kind. It was really, really cloudy, or grey skies, or dull. And these are the photos that I got while I was there, and I like them. You know, it's a different type of photo. Now, yeah, of course, go to these places once in your lifetime maybe, and you pray for the best environment and the best weather and the best atmosphere when you get there. Sometimes you don't get it, so these are the photos that you have to take while you're there. But is it as bad putting your own sky in as opposed to a sky that you didn't take? So what you're doing is you're taking two of your photos and making them one, but it still is your photo. It's your sky that you've taken at a different location at a different time, but you've added that sky in. You've added your sky into your photo, making the final photo your photo. You've cheated by using You've had the help of Photoshop sky replacement tool, which is fine. And I just want to, so you've used Photoshop sky replacement tool, which is fine. And you've got yourself one photo made from two of your photos. You know, is that different from doing focus stacking or HDR or anything like that? They're still your photos. It's still your own art. So that would probably be the way that I would use the sky replacement tool. And I'll try and do a very short tutorial on how you do that with your own photo, because I have done it and it's really quite easy to do. But that goes back to making photos that aren't yours with other people's photos, i.e. the sky replacement. Fine, do it. You know, there is no objection. Obviously I have no right to object to what people want to do what they want to do. But I just implore honesty. You know, I would love for people to be able to say, this is my photo, the weather was shocking, I'm never going to be back here again, this is what I really wanted it to look like, and thanks to Photoshop I can do that. Photography is digital these days. Digital photography is still digital art. Taking a composite photo and making it into something, or taking different photos and making it into one composite photo, is still digital art. But I prefer the photography side of digital art, not the computer side of digital art, if that makes sense. So I guess if you ever see me using a sky that isn't mine, call me out on it, and I will either have hashtagged it or changed my stance, or I'll be able to justify that it isn't someone else's photo, or it is my photo that I've merged. So that's all I wanted to say today. It was just my thoughts on the Photoshop sky replacement. If people use it, they use it, that's fine. But if you see me using it, then you will know that I've used it, and I will put some kind of hashtag in the comments or in the description that proves that I have used, that this wasn't my image. I'm gutted that I went to the Great Coast Road in Australia and it was raining or it was cloudy, and I really wanted to get a bright blue sunshine and bright blue skies, beautiful sunshine, crystal waters, you know. And the day that we did it, it was peeing down or it was cloudy. So I've cheated. I've used this sky. I might have used my own sky from somewhere else, or I've used Photoshop sky, but you'll know when I've done that. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos. Like, subscribe and share this if you so desire, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.